What's up, YouTube? Today we're doing a shrimp etouffee, but the thing is, I want to show y'all knife work. So let's get right into it. Congratulations. So for our etouffee, we got white onion. It should be a yellow onion, honestly. Our holy trinity. Celery. Green bell pepper. Let's get a knife. And we're gonna get started chopping. I like to take the top off, make it easier to deal with, easier to see where your knife is going. I want to show you two ways to get a dice. I want to show you the traditional way. So if you pay attention, if you look, this is the traditional way. You start by doing lines across, and then you do lines through. So that's the traditional way. This is the way everybody else does. The problem with this is you can't control the dice. It's all the same, but you can't control the dice. It's all gonna come out diced, but at least with the traditional way, you have a little bit smaller dices. Alright? So that's our onion. That's our onion. Now we're gonna do the bell pepper. Now, I just wasted some bell pepper, but I never really use that, the bottom or the top of the bell pepper. I usually only just take the sides off. And keep in mind, all my vegetables are pre-cleaned. That's why I package them that way. I wash them all up. You can see on the bag, I don't know if you can tell, but this bag is wet already. It's because as soon as I get my vegetables, I wash them, place them in Ziploc bags, and I put them inside the fridge. So now we got our bell pepper. which I really should use another one, two of them, but we're only making a small pot. Alright? Now, bell peppers are different because you gotta be careful. I know it look like I'm just cutting, but you're actually supposed to use your knuckles as a guide. Put your knuckles on the back of the knife like that. Make sure your fingers are curved in. You see my thumb is in behind my knuckles. That way I'm not cutting anything because this knuckle will not allow it. Alright? That is very important. Very, very important, especially when you're just trying to get a quick rough chop or you're trying to speed pass. Safety is always first in the kitchen. I want to show you something. Now I just cut up that last piece of bell pepper while looking at the camera, and it's because I use my fingers as a guide. Now for the sake of the video and doing things the proper way, I normally would pile all of these up and cut them down like that, but I'm not. I'm gonna split this into two for the sake of safety. Just nicked myself. All right, so now I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna come over here and get our pot started. Plenty of shrimp. I got a whole other bag like this up there. Hold on, Trap. I ain't missing nothing on no shrimp, man. God, dog. So here's the deal. This is why you should always check your ingredients before you start cooking. Last night I fried chicken and used the last bit of the flour and threw the flour dredge away. So now I gotta run to the store and get a little small bag of flour because Etouffee needs a roux and I don't have roux. So what you want to do now is beg your wife to get up out or sleep and go to the store. But meantime and in between time, we're gonna take this off the fire. That roux is very important. We're gonna turn this back around. Michelle, wake your mother up. Take the top off the Maybach. I don't like to use those. Tell her I need her to go to the store. Take the top off the Maybach. We need flour. Not gonna lie, they always say you to use this this Holy Trinity junk, and to me, I never really even tasted it. What? Okay. And now the flex comes in when you look at your dice, and besides the onion that I showed you, two different dice, they should all be the same size pretty much. Alright, so now we got that prepped. One more cut, so just a good measure. In our kitchen, we used to have a saying: the most deadly thing in the kitchen is a dull knife, because it make your knife, when you're using a knife, it shouldn't have to be forced. It's all momentum. And you should be able to hold your knife like this and cut whatever it is that you cut. Look, 2 fingers, no force. You should be able to cut through it. I'm working. Go sit down, please.
There. I want some strawberries.
You ate all the strawberries. Alright, so now we got all our vegetables prepped. Get our shrimp. Let's put our shrimp in a bowl with running water. I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, we back. We got our flour. So let's spin around. Now we're gonna start cooking. Liquid olive oil. Holy Trinity. Seasons we're gonna use Slap Your Mama ×2. We're gonna run with some thyme, some AP, onion and garlic, nickel salt, and where's my crushed bay leaves? Oh, I need some cayenne. She said make it spicy, so that's what, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it is apparent that I don't have bay leaves, which is kind of sacrilegious, but oh well. Now, with your vegetables, you just want them to sweat. Get you some garlic. Garlic. Turn it down a little bit. Like I said, you just want these flavors to start marrying. I want to get my thyme in here as well. Anytime I'm sweating and I got dry herbs that I want to include into my mix, if I'm sweating vegetables, I like to get my dry herbs in there while I'm sweating the vegetables. That way the flavors can mix together. The sweat from the vegetables help bring out the thyme flavor. If you just drop it in there later on, everybody know cooking is about building flavors. So if you just drop it in there later on, you still gonna get some thyme flavor, but you ain't gonna get the thyme mixed with the garlic, mixed with the onion, mixed with the bell pepper and celery and all of that good stuff at the beginning, the very beginning.
Daddy, the tissue is not flushing now.
I'll fix it. So this is what we're looking like right now after a little sweating is occurring. You see that little liquid down there? That's coming from your vegetables sweating. The sweat done mixed in with the olive oil, and it kind of made like a sauce. That's a sauce. It's a nasty sauce, but that's a sauce. So we're gonna allow this to sweat some more, and then we're gonna start our roux. Oh yeah, disclaimer, you're supposed to have seafood stock for this recipe. But I will not be using seafood stock. I will be using chicken stock, homemade chicken stock. Because I don't buy shrimp. This is a last minute recipe. I had a honey garlic chicken on the menu. Wifey didn't want that, so she tried to buy Chipotle. I didn't really want to spend money on Chipotle, so I went to one of her go-to meals, which I knew I had all the ingredients to. So this is kind of like a last-minute ditch effort, so I don't have shrimp with shells, or else I would have made a seafood stock for this. Long story short. Okay. Now that our vegetables are pretty translucent and clear, they have changed colors, we're gonna get these out of the pan and we're gonna start working on our roux. Now, normally, I've seen people go straight into the same pot with the vegetables still in there and make roux that way. I never really enjoyed making my roux that way because the flour tends to stick to the vegetables and you can't cook it as long. So I like to make my roux separate. But you have to be careful making your roux separate because no sneak peeks, guys. The liquid from the vegetables don't mix well with the oil. You gotta have equal parts. Roux is equal parts cooking oil and flour. Equal parts. Now when you're making gumbo, you want a deep, dark, mahogany brown roux, almost chocolate. I don't really like to push it to chocolate. Some people do. But the thing with chocolate roux is it's very bitter. And I won't be the one to give you the secret to get it from being unbitter. It's vinegar. I just gave away the secret. But if you use too much vinegar, then your gumbo will start tasting like vinegar. So you gotta be careful. That's why it's best to just do it the right way, low and slow.